Alright, so we are on to the next best of three semifinal between Gregorian Monks and Julien. They have not played any games yet. They have been waiting on us to finish with the other best of three so that you guys can watch all three games, or two games if it goes that direction. So once again, first game of the semifinals is on Forge. So we get to see a lot of interesting Forge action again.
Yeah, maybe it was 113. I mean, I'm talking to chat right now. The Baladar's EPM, maybe I used PA's count, so maybe it was just totally different. PA stats measures it different, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how PA stats does it. Duct tape and magic, I think that's all it is. Duct tape and magic.
Yeah, well. There are so many
mods. Like, you think about it, like all the mods that have gone in, like the global chat, it's just, yeah, the modders in our community are very talented. PA stats was back in beta. I don't know if we had it in alpha. I know we had it in beta though.
Yeah, but I think without PA stats we would not really have competitive scene, to be honest.
Oh yeah, certainly. Yeah, certainly we wouldn't have had a competitive scene early on.
Yeah, like it was the only ladder that was alive, and it was motivation to play, really.
Yep, absolutely. But now we have our own internal ladder.
Yeah, just nice.
Alright, just waiting for players to spawn in. Find their perfect sweet spot spawn-in location. There's only one start location per player. So it should
I don't know what's going on.
It should be a pretty easy choice. I know there's a lot of players that really finesse the start spot so that they're in range of building a factory and building a metal extractor without moving.
Yeah, but that's something you like. So you don't think about it in the tournament.
Yeah, it's it's pretty interesting. Alright, so Gregorian Monks is going to be the blue player. Julien is going to be the orange player. Julien opting to go bot factory first, while Gregorian Monks opting to go vehicle factory first.
It's really nice that we constantly have matchups with bots against vehicles. We don't really have mirrors. Have bots versus vehicles, which is I think it's extremely fun because it creates certain dynamic when there is one player that is slightly more defensive, there's one player that is slightly more aggressive early on. That's really cool. I think it's great.
Yeah, it makes for very interesting matches when both players aren't trying to do the exact same thing. They're actively trying to outplay each other and use different strategies, different techniques. To win their match, rather than it just being a mirror match of who does it better.
I think, mirrors are slightly less interesting, but...
Nope, and again, coming out for Gregorian Monks.
Let's see what it does. The engineers are still very close to Commander, so that's gonna be suicide, probably.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of bots out expanding for Julien, so Gregorian Monks able to take out some assault bots. Nothing too special. Yeah, the fabricators for both players are still pretty close in. There's really not an opportunity to bomber snipe them.
Yeah, however, Gregorian Monks is already 20 metal ahead. He expands much more aggressively. But the thing is he going to hold this attack of bots? And there's a lot of them, so probably this attack might cut Gregorian Monks' income. So.
Yeah, it definitely has the potential to do that. A whole lot of bots coming in against this one tank. And the tank just melts, takes a bot or two with them. Bots moving in, prioritizing the fabricators before they can run away. Oh, manages to take two fabricators down
fabrics.
before he runs into the commander and some bombers.
Yeah, but
and they
he
just all melt.
Yeah, so that was relatively successful harassment, but he didn't. Oh, sorry, he killed just one metal extractor, so that's not really epic. And it's important to notice that on the other part of the planet here, he didn't harass at all. If he had just one or two doxes to snipe this Faber, it would have been really nice. And now he's trying to. I don't think that's how you use bots. You try to harass more than just do like attacks in such a good.
Right.
Well,
like, yeah,
he's actually massing bots all the time. He only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already bot factories.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's
The
very
advantage
interesting.
of bots is their mobility. So yeah, massing them up and going after one strategic objective, yeah, not the best use. Spreading out and trying to find, or at least pre-scouting and determining where the bots are going to be the most effective would help. He hasn't scouted out that proxy factory at all yet. See, this is just going to be completely ineffective. If he had kept pushing there, his bots would all be dead right now. He wisely chooses to back up away from the commander before he loses his entire bot blob.
What is Gregorian Monks doing now is kind of risky. If in such situation when you are playing against mass bots, you don't really want to be spread too much. And right now he's spreading actually very, very much. He's making 2 proxy factories, which you don't really do at all in standard gameplay, let alone against mass bots. So I think he's gonna lose both of them, and then he's gonna be not the best shape, because he is going to not have really big income and not really big production. So, well, let's see what this attack does with.
Yeah, so far Julien not taking advantage of what you were just talking about. He's pretty much focusing on the main base of Gregorian Monk. He's massing all of his bots to go in there.
Wow.
And surprisingly, it's effective.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that he chose he's completely owning Gregorian Monks.
Oh my gosh! Like, okay, I would not have expected that outcome. Typically, if you have the bots versus tanks, the bots are used for harassment. You go around the map, you find weak points, you send the bots in, you blow something up and run off. He's using them more like what you would see back in the alpha and beta days when you just massed a bunch of bots and went in and wrecked everything.
Yeah, but the problem is that, I thought that he would just use those bots to attack those expansions, I mean proxy factories, but he just attacks the main base, which is great because main base is very vulnerable, because there's there's like 6 tanks out on the map on this left proxy base. There is a turret, there is a couple of walls, so if he had all this in his main base, he would have chance to stop that. And right now he's gonna get that's GG, I think.
I think that's GG. There's no way that Gregorian Monk is going to come back from this. He was up here dealing with this set of bots, and another set of bots swooped in and started taking out factories, taking out metal extractors. His base is in shambles right now. And finally, Julien finds out about these proxy bases and has sent bombers to deal with them. I'm not even sure. He still hasn't scouted the one up here. He doesn't even know that it exists yet. But I don't think he really cares at this point, because
he's
his
gonna
bots
just
versus
snipe commander, I think.
his mass bots seem to be winning him the match. Oh, and here come the boom bots. Here come the boom bots. So the next time he sends in a bot attack, and the commander sends out an uber cannon, those boom bots are going to swoop in and just wreck the commander immediately.
Yep.
Right there, here come the bots. And done.
That was quick.
That was a very quick. That was a very quick match.
Pretty surprised, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, well, to defend that, I think it's actually quite nice strategy. It kinda might even be viable in as a standard strategy. I don't know about that, but I think holding this requires quite a lot of experience, and it seems like Gregorian Monks started playing PA recently, So
okay.
so he doesn't really know what to do right there. And as I said, it's very important to keep it together, everything. Yeah. Spread out with those proxy bases and.
So 3.5 minutes into the game, where the first bot attack hit the front of Gregorian's base, excuse me, like Julien already had, you know, what was it, a double? Seconds back. Yeah, no, triple the units that Gregorian monks had. So, you know, that's probably, you know, a large reason why these bot pushes were so effective. You know, Julien just basically pumped out bots. That's all he did. Just pumped out bots, sent them in to harass and attack, and yeah, Gregorian monks just was not able to catch back up. He was over on the back foot. You know, as soon as a bot push went in, there was another bot push to follow it. Yeah, and Gregorian was just never able to build up and play his game.
Yeah, I think Gregorian opened very greedily, actually. He even made, so he made 2 proxies. He made metal storage, which is, I mean, generally it's very good, but it hinders your production. So he just focused slightly too much on expand. Yeah, versus such strategy, you might be, you have to be like super defensive and super careful and super focused on making like tanks and being very, very careful. And
yeah, you can see him here. He's building Fabbers still. He's getting out his 4th factory finally.
Yeah.
5th factory because of the proxy.
He's just chilling, and he has no idea that he's up against like crazy Zerg rush. And
yeah, no kidding. That's exactly what it reminds me of. All right, so match 1 going to Julien in a very decisive victory. We'll see how the second match goes.